mean, listen to how many people she reached out to already. First day, 30 to 40 people. Melissa, you may think that that's like what you do, but I'm telling you what, that is like big thinking right out the gate, and working the numbers right out of the gate, instead of like, I'm just going to invite five people and hope they all show up, right? Like that really works out that way. So, I like that you're letting everyone know right away. And we went over her goals for the launch party. And so the launch party goals, Melissa, are how many bookings? Do you remember?
5.
Five bookings.
Mhm.
How many people do we want watching the live?
At least 10.
At least 10. Have you set up your Facebook group yet? Have you figured that
No.
out?
No, I just actually got to the
Okay.
point I had to find a photo that I was okay with uploading for my shop.
Okay. Well,
So
send
I
it to me
just
too,
literally, like
because
right before this,
yeah.
did my URL link. So
Okay. Okay, great. Well, what do you have your picture like picked out yet of what you would like to use?
yeah, I'll probably change it. It's like one that I cut out a little bit from a photo from vacation last
Yeah.
year. I was like, okay, that's good
Yeah.
enough for now. I can change it later if I need to.
Well, I mean, Maya's only been in Mary Kay for a few years, and Maya, I don't know about you, but I've been in Mary, I mean, I've been Mary Kay 18 years. I've definitely had a glow up since joining Mary Kay. I look back at like some, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing there, did I? Like you're gonna learn so much about like makeup and just like, I don't know, your style changes, right? And in a good way with Mary Kay. So, I mean, I didn't have a clue about anything, and I learned it all in Mary Kay. Melissa, I think you're coming in because you've used the product before. You probably have more knowledge than I did, coming in. But yeah, you'll probably find better pictures as we go along. Be like, oh, let's use this one. This one's cute. So, yeah, I mean, look at how cute Maya's hair is here. I mean, my goodness, that's a
It's like
new.
out of control. Like this piece is like way not where it's supposed to be. I'm like,
Yeah, I feel you, my natural curly sister here.
yeah. Like, and then it grows
Mine's
unevenly
like
and
all back here.
yeah.
I wish I had those curls. I was hoping after chemo I'd get that, and I didn't. It's pretty much the same as what it's always been. But can we just talk about how like cute this looks right here? I
I
love
was
this side
actually
of my
just like
head.
observing that. I was like, her hair is really cute and it's gotten so long.
It has gotten so long. I
Yeah.
know. I look at even just like 6 months ago, how different of a hairstyle it was. So a week from today, oh, Melissa, for your launch party, I'll be debuting the first time getting my hair colored after
Oh.
chemo. So it's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be lightening it up a little bit with highlights, not platinum highlights, like just a little bit of warmth here. So, because I always did the highlight situation, and I do still have some like natural highlights here, right? But just wanted a little bit more. So, yeah. So anyway, I am excited. And a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of comments like, "Are you going to leave your hair like that?" And I was like, "I think I am. I think I am." I mean, there's still some short pieces up top that, I'm trying to get them to get a little bit longer here. I mean, look at this. This is like seriously taking forever. That's as far as I know it's got a long way to go. But yeah, so all that to say, Melissa, whatever, send me the picture you like right now, because we're going to use that for recognition oh, I've got to send you our Facebook page for our group. So I'll send you we're going to use that for recognition of you, and celebrating you as a new beauty consultant and every milestone and, whatever we like to celebrate. So it's very fun. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we're 50 people in that Facebook group. You've already invited 30 to 40. And then we're gonna, even if you don't hit 50 by your launch party night, I want you to make that your effort, that you're gonna do that. But if you don't, we're gonna be asking your friends to help grow your Facebook group and invite their friends, right? And their family members. And so they're going to help grow your group too. How many orders do we want to sell? How many orders do we
10.
want to 10? And then how many pink possibility chats?
6.
You're on it. 6. You're on it. And then you get, oh, I've got the pink ice ring. Hold on, friend.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Melissa, she got such a tickle out of me showing her this pink ice ring, but here it is. I mean, come on.
Wow,
Summer
that's
real,
like
summer now?
that's bigger than I thought it would be.
Oh, girl, it's big.
Oh my God.
Girl, it's really, I mean, like we said, it's going to be a conversation starter,
Yeah.
right? People are going to say, look at that ring. Where'd you get that from? And there you go. Enter Mary Kay. So that's how we're gonna do that. So yeah, we're excited. Now, Maya, not I'm sorry to throw you on the spot, but I mean you've had some great success in Mary Kay. What would be one piece of advice that you would give to Melissa as a new beauty consultant?
Um, just be consistent. Keep contacting people, try and do it every day. Not to like pester people, but just to like keep your consistency with contacting and trying to get those leads. Um, and follow up.
Mhm.
Definitely do your follow-ups with anybody that, even if they said no, okay, well, thank you very much. Would you have anybody else that would like to do a pampering session or something such as that? But just, it's okay to follow up with people. Um, because usually I think I get more people when I follow up. And I don't follow up like, I'm not one of those that pesters people, but I will do at least three follow-ups and then like I cut it. Some people do five.
Mhm.
So like it's okay to follow up and don't feel bad to do it.
Right.
Um, that's not being pushy. A lot of people get text messages now, and they don't really care about getting
Right.
that many. So, but just
Yeah,
be consistent, really.
how long do you wait in between the follow-ups?
It depends on what their responses have been. If somebody's just like straight up no, then I will send one more just asking if they had like a friend or somebody that they think would be interested. And then I cut it off from there. Um, if it's like I didn't get a response at all, I maybe wait 2 or 3 days and then I'll do another one of like, hey, did you get my previous text message? I'm just kind of following up, see if you got that. Um, some people will respond, yes, I got it. And then they'll leave it at that. And then I'll ask another question. And if they don't follow up, if they don't respond to that one, then I'll wait another couple days and I'll respond to that. Like I'll be like, hey, I asked a question type of thing. Then just follow up with the question that I asked. So it's usually
Right.
just like couple days. I don't go too long in between because you don't want them to forget that they even got a text
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's right. Awesome. Good advice from Maya. And she really is the queen of follow-up. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Mary Kay always said that. And it's true. The fortune is in the follow-up. The people who are the most successful are the people who follow up. And, Maya said it's not being pushy, it's being professional, right? Professionals follow up. And you think of like your doctor's offices, your dentist offices, your bankers, the people that, you do business with, we don't bat an eye at them following up, right? Many times we're grateful, for the
Mhm.
follow up and especially if there's a conversation that needed to be addressed again, we're grateful for the follow up. So, just, put on that hat and that identity that I am a professional beauty consultant, right? Like this is something that and I'm the best out there. I'm going to be the best beauty consultant they ever saw. Like I'm not just some like fly by night, like flighty, whimsical, right? Like late, like I'm gonna be their girl. I'm gonna be their Mary Kay, like their beauty girl. That when they think that they need a mascara, they need a body lotion, they need a cleanser and a moisturizer, they think of me because I'm a professional and I do it for real. So I just sold, it was so exciting. Yesterday I got a text message from a friend and her mom got the repair set plus four of the half price items. And after the half price item discounts, the total was $273. And with tax, it was like a $300 order. So with her half price items, I think it wound up being like, if you do the total retail is like $350. And again, because I'm a professional that has product on hand, they know I can get it to them right away, right? Like, and I dropped it off today. all but one product. I was so bummed. Apparently, all of my acne treatment gels expired in 2023. So I was like, I'm glad I checked. So I was like, that's the only thing I don't have. I need to throw out what I have and order you a fresh one. So, yeah, so apparently I haven't sold a lot of those recently. Yeah, okay. But anyway, so that's that, which I haven't, honestly. But anyway, so moving right along, we're going to talk about overcoming booking objections. And actually, some of these things, Melissa, you may have already experienced some of these objections and thinking about, okay, how are we going to overcome them? So this is going to be very interactive. I'm not just going to give you all the answers, but I hope that you have a pen and paper out to be taking notes on some of these things and things that you can reference. And the more that you use these, overcoming objections, these words, the more that they're going to be natural and easy for you to just kind of like react appropriately. So one of the most common booking objection isn't necessarily a booking objection, it's more like a booking delay, which could very much, if it delays too long, it's a it'll never happen, right? And you know what it's going to be, right, Maya? Let me check my schedule. I'll get back to you. So Maya, what have you said in the past that has been you've had success with responding to that one?
I have a girl right now who's doing the same thing right now. And
You go.
so with her in particular, I'm going to end up calling her instead of just text messaging with her. She seems like she likes the calls better. And then when I do
Mhm.
call, is have a specific date. We did talk about certain days of the week that are better for her. So like if I like, okay, I have this open at this time on this date. Are you available? And have like maybe 2 or 3 dates right on hand. Um, and usually in text messages too, if they're kind of delaying, I'm like, well, I have A, B, and C available. Which one do you want to do? So it's giving them choices, but you know that you're available and it's going to be hopefully a concrete yes, no, I can do A or I can't, that type of thing. So just being very like
Right.
definitive on when you are available to book
Mhm.
that appointment.
Mm. Yeah. And that's one of the first decisions you make, right? Before you decide to book, or as you're deciding to book, before you reach out, make the decision of when you're available. And that's the first thing. And that's part of being professional too, because if they say, sure, yeah, I'll help you out, I'll be a practice space. And then you're like, let me check my schedule, right? You don't want to be the one that says, "Oh my goodness, let me check my schedule. I wasn't expecting a yes," or something. So yeah, have and always giving people 2 or 3 options. That is going to be a really good skill. Don't ask the yes or no question like, "Do you want to help me out?" Because a lot of times that knee-jerk reaction is negative because people sometimes are just in negative work environments, negative, home environments. Like there's just if they're watching the news, oh, lots of negativity. If they're listening to radio, like any of that stuff, lots of negativity. The knee-jerk reaction is going to be no. So instead, it's I'd love to practice on you. When are you available? I could do Wednesday nights or Saturdays, or Saturdays. That was what I was for me when I first joined Mary Kay. I could only do Wednesday nights or Saturdays. Now, another word that I wanted to put into your vocabulary is tentative. How about we set a tentative date, right? Because sometimes people like want to get all of these ducks in a row before they commit to a date. And you can't afford for them to get all their ducks in a row because those ducks may never get in a row, right? And they're just going to be squabbling forever. So instead is saying, hey, like I know we're both busy, but how about we just set something tentative? We can always change it if we need to, but at least you and I have something to go off of. When are you usually available? Wednesday nights or Saturdays? What's usually good for you? And you go from there, right? And always offering those those 2 or 3 choices. All right, then now this kind of goes along with it. Let me check with my friends first. Let's say they got 4 friends they want to check with all 4 friends. Ooh, What I often say to that is, girl, if you check with 4 people, probably going to get 4 different answers. And so instead, the most important 2 people that need to be available are you and me. So how about we set a tentative date? There's that word again, that works for you and I. And we can always change the date if we need to, after you check with your friends. But let's start with something tentative. That does work. So much of this booking is going to be leadership. You are leading the booking process, right? You're leading her to, and really kind of controlling the situation in a really friendly, inviting way, right? Not pushy, but professional. Like definitely professional. I mean, what's one of the first thing that I get all the time when I'm done getting my 6-month dental cleaning is, would you like to set up for your next 6-month dental cleaning, right? We can always change it if we need to, but let's get something on the schedule. Tell you what, I want to get my date on that schedule because you could be waiting another 6 months, right? You know how dentists are. It is hard to get in on a dentist on that dental cleaning. So we're always sending tentative dates with our doctors, for our follow-ups with them. So it's the same thing with us too. It's the same kind of professionalism. All right. So, oh my goodness. Let's see. Mary Kay is too expensive. Melissa, have you gotten that one yet? Maybe
No.
you haven't. Great. Great. I've gotten it before, right? Maya, you may have gotten it before. Mary Kay is too expensive. How would we respond to that? You still want to book her. What are you going to say? Does it cost anything for her to get a pampering session?
No.
Nope. Does it cost anything for her to give her opinion? Nope. And so that's what you offer. I completely understand. I have felt that way before too. Girlfriend, I just want to get your opinion. It's free and I want to treat you to free pampering and I need to practice. You don't even have to bring your wallet, right? Like there's absolutely no pressure or obligation to purchase. And then from that pampering session, if she likes those products and she's motivated to get them at a discount or for free, well, now you can work with her. Now she could be a hostess. She can book a party so that she can get that discount, right? Linda Tupin, National Sales Director Emeritus, has always said she would much rather work with a woman who doesn't have the money for Mary Kay but is motivated to get the Mary Kay because that woman is motivated to have a successful party. She's motivated to make sure there's people there, that there's good people there, right? People that like kind of hit our target market because she wants to get her free stuff. As opposed to the woman who can just buy whatever she wants, whenever she wants it. She's not motivated to have a party. And that sale may stop right there with her. She's not concerned about giving, she doesn't want to give you the referrals. She kind of poo-poos that and that's it. Now, does that happen? Every once in a while. But we like the woman who is motivated to get that product at a discount. We can work with that, right? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of situation. But, initially, I wouldn't even talk about like inviting friends to get it for, initially, it's just, I just need to practice and it's free. There's no obligation or pressure to purchase. I promise. Okay. I know Melissa got this one. Mary Kay breaks my face out or I'm allergic. Now, this is something, Melissa, I know, Maya, I know you got this too. We got 2 M's here. I know you've gotten this one too. I learned something from this document that I'm looking at here is asking specifically, was the last time they tried Mary Kay before 2018? That's a specific date to ask. If they have not tried Mary Kay after 2018, we have a brand new upgraded skincare line, okay, that's been reformulated for people with sensitive skin and rosacea. So people who couldn't use Mary Kay before now use it and love it. All right, so it's been reformulated as of June of 2018. specifically for women or people, because men can use it too, with sensitive skin and rosacea. And people who couldn't use Mary Kay before now do use it and love it. Would you be willing to try it like on the inside of your elbow or the back of your hand first? Just to give your opinion. And you can also let them know that it's European Union standard approved, right? And compliant. So very clean, safe ingredients, very high standards for the safety of our ingredients. All right. Was that a good one? I thought that was a good one. Okay. 2018. That's what we bring up.
That's good to know because I know a
Okay.
lot of that's good to know because I've never been given like a
Yeah.
date that specific. And
Yeah.
so I know a lot of people, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I used it in the 90s or I used it
Right.
in the early 2000s. And so that's good to know of like an actual specific like date.
Yeah. I thought so. Good. I thought so too. All right. Now, some people will say, I don't hear this as much, but some people say, oh, I use Clinique or I use some other brand, right? I don't use Mary Kay. And I was just like, well, that's why I'm asking you to try it. So you don't use Mary Kay. And that it just comes back to that's wonderful. I would love to get your opinion as someone who really likes Clinique. I need to know, how does Mary Kay compare to Clinique? I want to know how the smell is, how it feels, the actual texture of the products, but also how your skin is feeling afterwards. This is all like, market research, and that would actually be very valuable knowing that you are a loyal Clinique, consumer. Do notice that overcoming booking objections are always very positive. So your responses do need to be positive. That's great that you use Clinique. What a trusted brand, right? Clinique's been around forever. That's great that you use it. I would love to get your opinion. Oh my goodness, that would be so helpful to me. That's great that whatever, that you have a son with a soccer schedule and you want to support him. Okay, when does he usually play? I'm available on these days. Are there any of those days that you're usually like he's usually not playing? That kind of thing. So always positive, always praising. And again, you are leading. You are presenting tentative dates. You are doing that. So any questions about or comments about turning, these objections, booking objections into confirmed bookings? You'll get better at it as you do it. And did any of these overcoming, responses, did they sound pushy to you? And I would like an honest opinion. Do these sound pushy to you?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm.
Good.
And
Yeah.
I really like
Do you-
the let me get your opinion on it. And especially since I'm new to it,
right.
Mhm.
I need to understand how the consumer feels about these products. So
Yeah. 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 I yeah, and it's good to find people who already value good skincare too, I will say. Because once they try Mary Kay and it feels better, not just as good as what, they're already using, and then they see the price is so much better, right? Than some of these other brands like that's great. That is honestly great. So, we can just have so much confidence in how our products hold up against other lines and other products there. So yeah, well, I'm going to give you girls a challenge for this week. Melissa, you're already in it. You're already doing it, getting ready for your launch party. But with it being the last week of March, my challenge is going to be that you get 3 bookings this week. Okay, 3 bookings this week. Melissa, you've got your launch party. I'm counting that as one. So load up that launch party, but I'm going to challenge you to get 2 more, whether that be individual faces or parties. Parties are preferable and there are many directors and national sales directors that would say, don't even waste your time on a facial. But I tell you what, my sales can be really high to facials sometimes. And then I can still get it into a party afterwards and get the referrals, for more after. So I do not poo-poo the party or poo-poo the facial, right? And as a new consultant, that I earned a car off of, I didn't care. It was 1 to 2 selling appointments a week for me, whether it was one person or 15 at a time. That was my goal, just 1 to 2 consistent selling appointments a week. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about are some Easter sales. And my husband is feeling horrible. He's in bed, and I was expecting that I would have an hour to sit and find pictures. So that's something that I will be posting on our Facebook group. I'll look for some Easter images of just ways that we can package and market our products for Easter baskets. I mean, it's such a great product to add in, especially for our teenagers. When was the last time mom got an Easter basket, right? What a great thing for us to plug an idea for men to, hey, surprise your honey bunny with her own Easter basket. She will love it, right? And we can fill those Easter baskets with body care, with makeup, with if there is skincare that she loves, and she's running low on. So and that would be a surprise. I'm telling you, if my husband gave me an Easter basket, I would be floored. I do not expect that at all. I've never gotten an Easter basket as an adult, right, Melissa? Could you imagine getting an Easter basket now? But would we enjoy it? Absolutely. I would love an Easter basket. Be great. Okay. Not that that's the reason for Easter, but Okay. So let's talk about, so Melissa, typically at every single Monday Night Live, we do a count up of our sales and our bookings, and our Pink Possibility chats. Oh, Maya, did you make that
This was last year.
one? I love that. Where did you find that basket?
I think that was like the dollar store.
Yeah.
And then this was just a picture. I would have gotten like an actual basket for somebody, but like if they would have bought it, but like just putting, and that's like a teenage girl
Mm-hmm.
was the marketable, like I did
Is that a
that
little
one.
cosmetic bag in the
Yeah.
back of the basket? Cute.
Yeah. So it's
I
like the
like it.
cosmetic bag. There's like a CC cream, like the sample size of the micellar water or the eye makeup remover. I forget which one it was.
Yeah.
Then there's the
Yeah.
lips and eye mascara, the
Oh, for the
eyeshadow
palette.
holder. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that might have been a primer in there. Yeah. And then
Awesome.
like a lip as well.
Yeah.
And I did the men's one as like
Cute.
the men's skincare with like the Reese's in it.
Yeah.
It's like little
Can
things
you
like
share
that.
these on our Facebook group, Maya?
Um, yeah, I can.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah. And I just took
Because you
the
put
pictures with my flowers that are in the front yard. So like it spruced it
cute.
up. So
Mm-hmm.
like so it just gives a little bit more like oomph when you post it
Yeah.
on online or whatever or send it to your
Yeah.
clients, customers. So
Right. Right. Awesome. Very good. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, there you go. We've got our Easter baskets. And with the perfect palette, when people are giving that as a gift, I will have them pay for a filled palette. So, this palette, you can, pay for 3 eyeshadows and a blush and a, bronzer or, whatever, 6 eyeshadows and a blush and a highlighter or a blush and a contour, and they get to fill it, but it's already paid for. And then they just have to, you know, go on my website, pick out what shades they want, Or if she wants to try them on first, she can absolutely come over and we'll play and she can pick out whatever she wants that way too. But it's already paid for, you've already covered it, and she just gets to pick out how she wants to fill it. That is a really ideal way, especially if this is not, well, whether it's your customer or not your customer, but just getting that face-to-face time so that they can fill their palette. Because I tell you what, more often than not, they're going to find something else that they want to, right? Because if I am together face to face with somebody, I'm not just going to show them eyeshadows and blush. I'm going to say, girl, you're with me. We're pampering you. So let's get some satin hands going on. Let's do satin lips, right? Let's get, I'm going to put foundation primer on you. Have you ever used it? Oh my goodness. We're going to do the whole shebang because when you come here, it's the pampering pretty place. So we're going to pamper you up. Right. And so, yeah. So
Yeah.
you use that definitely to your advantage. And even if she doesn't purchase anything extra, do you think she's going to walk away feeling pampered? Yeah, and special. And it's going to lighten her mood. She's going to walk away with soft hands, right? That's a treat. I love sharing treats. So it really isn't just about the sales. Really, the primary motivation, Mary Kay always said, treat everyone like they've got an invisible sign around her neck that says, make me feel important. And that's why we do the pampering sessions. That's why, it is to love on women, and to make them feel important and feel special and feel seen. And can't tell you how often that can lead to friendships and ministry and encouragement that lasts for years. Yeah, it's great. Okay, so Maya, I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there any Mary Kay moments, if you want to share specific numbers of sales or bookings or any Mary Kay moments you want to share from last week that you are excited about?
Not really from last week, but I do have a facial this coming Saturday.
Yes.
And but it's with a teenage girl and she has like acne and all the things. So it's like I've been doing a
Okay.
lot of research on that of how to do it. But that girl she's a teenager and she's like, I'm so excited about doing it. So just those little things where it's like I'm so excited to be able to help her. Like I didn't do a lot of makeup growing up. So like me doing all the research and doing all that and being more knowledgeable about
Yeah.
it. And hopefully it helps like with her confidence. Um,
Hmm.
and just her feeling more comfortable in her own skin. And she's already on like the acne set, the clear proof set.
Right.
So now she's like, I want to try to do makeup on top of it since my skin does look better. It's not 100%,
Okay.
but it is better. So now she wants to learn how to add the makeup to it and do that. So I'm just
Yes.
excited to help like her build like that confidence. And I don't know,
Yeah.
she sees me at the school and she'll be like, so it's
Oh,
cute. So
oh,
I
that's
love
great.
it.
You're her Mary Kay lady. Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. Awesome. Well, and then Melissa, she's got a launch party on Monday. So she's setting up my shop and getting orders already. And it's very exciting. So, we've got a goal for her to get those great start bundles and get a lot of free stuff.
I'm
That
up
is the goal.
now. Yes, it's for the launch party. Got one has been on this call.
Awesome, Melissa. Yeah, so you let them know that you'll get the YouTube link to them, over the weekend. I'll set up the YouTube event and get the link to you. But I do everything on StreamYard. And so it's kind of like I use the free version of the streaming, but it's great. It looks really professional because I can be sharing images of products and different things as I'm talking, and it looks really good. So and it goes right into YouTube. And then you've got the link even after, we've streamed as replay, for people who can't make it, but they want to watch it and support, and learn about what Mary Kay is all about. They can watch the replay too. And that'll help with your pink ice ring goals. Woo. Okay. All right. Well, ladies, thanks for joining in tonight. Again, Melissa, so excited that you are with us in the Remarkable Unit. Have a great evening. Rest well, and we shall be in touch.